Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this WCS Austin Group Stage 1 fight between one and only CatZ. I was going to mention his real name and then I forgot what it was. And his opponents from GSL fame, I suppose. The only foreigner to ever make it to a semi-final in the GSL. Not, of course, the only one to make it in to a semi-final in a Korean Premier tournament, as somebody won one. But that was fairly recently, and this man did it in the dark past. It's NonY, or known as Tyler by some people. That's his other name. Name transfers between StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. This man, of course, back in the day, a StarCraft 1 player, or Brood War player, I think they prefer to be called. And this man, I don't know if he played Brood War. What I do know is he discusses not philosophy on stream. So, Root CatZ, special tactics probably also applies to him. And, of course, he does also manage Root, I think. He manage Root? He wears a suit, right? Like that's what he does, I think. He wears a suit. I'm sorry. Alright. And yeah, CatZ known for the interesting tactics, and this is one thing that could be considered an interesting tactic. A proxy hatchery. Very annoying if you are a Protoss expecting to, you know, expand. And if your opponent can, you know, get up a Roach Warren or a couple of Spine Crawlers here, oh boy, is that ever annoying. And I'm sure NonY knows exactly how many of these he needs in order to retard the growth fast enough that you can just kill it when you want to. Still annoying as all fucking hell. Oh, Twilight Council right there. So if... no, I guess not. If CatZ had planned to follow that up with lots of links, then he might be in quite a bit of trouble of losing that. There is that wall off. As soon as he puts something in there, then he should be safe from any reserve link run bys. At the back of this, does manage to cancel this. Oh. You know what? I thought there was supposed to be a hole here, but there's a pair. Now, that's just great, isn't it? Not how you build a wall. Oh, don't worry about it. NonY's American, and they will soon be importing quite a bit of wall building expertise. That is a political joke. Haha. Alright, finish this wall. Finish this wall. Finish the goddamn. There we go. Alright, cool. So, later expanded, then he had probably, imagine he wanted to, and he's not going to try and punish this either. He's building sentries. Sentries not the greatest offensive unit in the universe, and don't try and tickle that Overlord down. And I think he probably has enough room to actually do that. CatZ, on the other hand, is going to, well, go for a quick layer. Got 2 gases, but not 4 yet. Oh, duh. Yep, as I said, not the greatest offensive unit in the universe. Alright, robotics follow-up, and lots of Zerglings. Now, these are not going to do too much against this wall, but are we going to morph this? Because we do have this. It looks like... yep. It looks like that is indeed Root CatZ's plan. So to morph this into a Dropper Lord and then put a whole bunch of Zerglings right there. And NonY is none the wiser. He's going to actually go right on by there. Not going to see that at all. And is this going to get all his hit points back? Nope. No. And, oh, moves out actually, is the furthest out of position as he may possibly be. There we go. Alright, 8 Zerglings running in there, and we've got probes going up against 4 lost probes. 4 lost probes and 7 lost probes and 8 lost probes and 4 lost Zerglings. That is very worth it. That is very worth it. Oh god, and now we're going to get this as well. Does NonY know he's there? He should see it, but is he paying attention? In the meantime, we've got his counterattack completely shut down over here. Doesn't even dedicate his Banelings for this. And here we go. Tyler, or NonY, excuse me, does react properly and is going to dedicate 3 probes. No, only loses 2 to this defense. And we may get dropped again. This time there is an entire army in NonY's base. Is he going to move that out? Is he going to move that out? Don't move that out. Don't move that out, NonY. NonY, don't move that out. Just keep your front. Put something in your front door. Now stay here. Alright, this should be cleaned up quite a bit more handily than the previous drop. Takes out the drop lord even. And here we go. In the front. In the front. Oh, and now we get Banelings as well. Is he going to get that? No, all of those Banelings are going to get taken out without losing any additional probes, but he doesn't have to. With 46 to 30 and a 3rd base on the way, CatZ is sitting quite comfortably. Getting that range upgrade with the Hydralisk coming in as well. Soon should be just able down to force his way past this. Oops. Didn't get much of anything at the cost of force field, but there you go. Ah, NonY is catching on. Good. Here comes additional attempts at dropper lords, and these 2 stalkers should be well in position to deal with that. And here's the problem: are you going to focus down on these things, or are you going to actually kill the Zerglings? Nice positioning right there, and Rootcat is going to try and get 2 more kills. Yep. 2 kills versus a Dropper Lord and a... I think it wasn't a full drop. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? That is worth right there. That is probably worth it. Oh dear. As a Protoss player, or as a former Protoss player, I should say, that is just so annoying to deal with. If you're not paying attention every bloody minute of it. Huh. Well, this, I suppose, happens if you come from Brood War and then spend most of your career on Wings of Liberty. You forget to build mothership cores, because if you just overcharge that, then none of this would do much of anything. And here we go. No, NonY responds properly, pulls all his probes. Should be able... well, that's... Yep. Shield damage. Oh, managed to get out of vision right there. With 2 Banelings still there. Oh, are we going to go the other way? We are going to go the other way. And... oh dear. 4 probes in total. NonY still only on 40 workers. Opponent still on more, on a 3rd base, not quite fully saturated. He's got upgrades, you don't have upgrades. I don't think you even have a forge. No. So what you do have on the other hand is 54 supply worth of Protoss. Protoss armies are just a little bit deathbally. And if you can get 54 army supply of Protoss on the way to your opponent's base, then you're not in as bad as a position as you might well be. Here is CatZ with the defense. That is a lot of Hydras, and of course if you can get those Zerglings keeping them in place, then those Hydras can do absolutely murderous things to your army. Oh, taking a 3rd. NonY, steady, safe. Knows like, alright, I've held off your aggression, sort of, maybe, took a lot of damage. Oh, that is long distance. Oh, those are both Hydralisks. If he gets that in his opponent's main, that's going to be trouble. And here is the counter aggression by NonY. Here we go. When the full warp in, are you going to go full warp in, or are you going to lose that warp in? You're going to lose that for war system. Now there is just 4 adepts in his main base, and does get 7 workers slowly pulling back that worker loss, but now does lose all of that. So me right here, make sure that he didn't die to a counterattack, and here is that drop. Let's see what it can do. Well, it can pull back. Let's try and a little bit of an army split up right there. Death balls only do work if you are actually in a bowl-shaped configuration. If you are split out, that does not work so well. There we go. The force field of NonY making sure that his opponent is forced into that does drop now over here. And there is that Mothership core with that overcharge. And that is a Mothership core, a good unit. If you are a Zerg, you must already hate that. There, now, lots of stuff in. Maybe you have another overcharge. No, you don't. 3 more Hydralisks, including some fancy Hydralisks or pickup micro right there on the part of CatZ. And a Zerg going to run by into that third base in the line. Just pulling NonY apart. Yeah, he's managed to get to 3 bases, but he doesn't have the workers to really do anything useful with it. And CatZ is on 3 bases, slightly oversaturated. Just slightly. Pull that away. Where are you going? Where are all those workers going? Alright. Ah, yes, he pulled that away from that adept warping right there. Alright. We got some Archons right there. Archons, of course, do bonus damage to biological. And if we look at CatZ's army, all of this is biological. So, not a bad choice right there. Not the fastest units. And the range isn't fantastic. But if your opponent's army includes these guys, well, they kind of depend on being in your face. So, the low assault distance is not going to be that much of an issue with this army composition of CatZ. The attempt of an additional adept run by does get shut down even before it's attempted. And here we are just trying to make sure that now we're going to go for more droppage right there. And here we are. There's a lot of Banelings coming on in there. And NonY is forced back into a very bad position, or a very good position if you are a Zerg player. All of those Banelings, lot of damage they did. And where are those adepts going? Don't morph straight onto the Banelings. That would be bad. Alright, let's clean up the rest of those. Still alive. Goes back to work. And you will be just fine. Fourth base up for CatZ. And what happened to this Dropper Lord? Well, it possibly maybe did something. Or possibly forgot to pick off what it was supposed to deposit there. Which is definitely not something I've ever done before. Alright, is she in position? She is not. So, let's see. 1 Baneling and a lot of Hydralisks to kill off what's going on there. Yep, has to pull back that once again and just loads them on back up in there. I don't even know if he's got the speed upgrade for those. Yes, he does. And NonY pressure, posing to pressure, but not even, doesn't even get too close enough to that. And there we go. There goes Mothership core. That is a lot of things right there. That is a whole bunch of dead Hydralisk light units, and adepts do really bad things to, like, oh, get out of there just now. What's happening right here? There is no, oh yes, I love this. This is not big enough a hole for Archons to fit through. So if you try to move your army here and it includes some of these guys, that's not going to happen. But here comes CatZ once again with 78 army supplies, 75 works, not that bad of it, and NonY's third base is mineral line. Once again on the threat, loses 8 workers of his already paltry number of workers. Does clean the rest of that up, but yeah, CatZ is, I mean, don't get me wrong, if NonY, you know, endlessly stays in here, he'll be good, but yeah. I mean, 73... 71 versus 32. and he's free to expand again because NonY is having a really hard time. Actually, sees all those spine crawlers. They're like, you know what? Maybe not. NonY has a really hard time being aggressive on this side of the map because he keeps getting pulled back in order to deal with it. Don't put that back yet. Don't put that back yet. No! Oh! There! Alright, what do you have in turn? Well, we have a whole bunch of depth right there in that third base. There's a lot of bailing right there. There's a lot of Hydrolis right there. And we don't get... Yep. Are we going to get a connection? Yes. Oh, that last one did a lot of damage. So did the rest of that, softening that up. But now there are however many Hydros those are. 26 chasing that army down. 20 workers left of NonY right there. And, oh, now we have that plus damage versus biological. But if there is quite that much biological facing you from the other side, that's not going to be enough. GG. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this group 1 of the WCS Austin that happened sometime in the past. If you are like me, then you didn't have time to see any of this stuff, partly because it was on American time, which meant that, you know, I was doing other stuff. And partly because I just don't have time, okay? Look, life's busy. Your life's not busy. Play video games. Fucking enjoy it. It's great. But, yeah. For those of you that are busy, then, you know, this happened. And Blizzard released these replays to the general public, so I'm assuming I'm free to cast this rather than listen to whoever it is cast this in the official thing. And I like this better anyway. So, over on the bottom side of Proxima Station. Opening up game 1 with a proxy hatchery. This time not going to do anything that weird. It's Root CatZ. I really needed to look up his actual name. Bloody hell, what's his name? His opponent, down 1 game. Whose name I do actually know, because it's Tyler. It was his alternative ID. It was Linsky or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. It's NonY. NonY, of course, a former pro gamer, StarCraft 2. I'm assuming he lives somewhere close to Austin. So he's just like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll come by, do a couple of practice games. I'll, you know, drop by and maybe make it to the semifinals, or, you know, because that's the kind of guy. Right now he's down 1-0 though. Did manage to get this down before, you know, this guy. Look. What did I just say? I said not going to do any of that shenanigans. That is what I said. Are you trying to make me look bad? Is that what you're trying to do? You? Are you trying to make me look bad? Alright. Does have the spawning pool down, but yeah, this is mostly to annoy NonY, I guess. Like, if you don't respond to this is actually really fucking annoying to deal with. And of course, if you do have a lot of Zerglings coming by, you have to choose to wall this off in perpetuity in response to whatever may try and, you know, run in here. In range, or you send this zealot to deal with this, and of course, wait, what? No, say is going to dedicate to this, and CatZ is not following this up with a Zergling Rush. So this open wall right here is actually completely safe. And with no gases to steal, shouldn't actually do that much additional damage. There is the complete gateway wall, not gateway, wall. It is a gateway wall. And the follow-up is a Stargate, and that Stargate was in vision of this. So CatZ knows exactly what's going on, and he's going to no, he's not going to steal that gas. And there it goes. Yes, finally cleaned up. And all of that APM and all of that attention that Tyler Wislinski, also known as NonY, I don't actually know if it's listed. It's something like that. Spent on dealing with this is now not spent in killing his opponent or getting the exact timing of his build right. There was an overlord there. Went over here. The other one's over here, so he doesn't see the exact timing of this third base. Nice, at least. Anyway, we've got 3 zealots and a mothership core going in a very interesting direction. And what does CatZ have to deal with it? Well, 5 queens. Ooh, and those 3 queens make sure that mothership core node is not welcome. Oracle coming in just as that spore crawler finishes up, so very nice timing right there by CatZ. One here, does not have one there, does have one there, must feel comfortable. Oh, that is, that's not going to feel well. That is enough of Zerg to shut it down 4 easily. Zealots does get one Zergling for his trouble. But yeah, that is probably not what he was hoping for. He's going to have to wall off completely here. Is the warp? There's a hole here. There's a hole here. Alright, this guy did manage to get... Nope. Wait, what? This didn't kill anything, but we still lost by... There's the overcharge deal with those Zerglings. Did manage to get that Oracle sentry down to wall this off. And NonY safely on 3 bases. Loading a fair bit of money. So time to warp in all of those things into warp gates and get some units. This is juicy units. And what does CatZ think is going to deal with that? Well, a Hydralisk then. So last game we saw circling Baling Hydralisk play, and he's going to go for very much the same thing. And he's got his units in place for more droppage, which worked out very well for him in the previous game. So let's see how that works this time. Gets a full scout off, and oh, that is a pneumatized carapace complete just in time to save that. This one also going to be able to get away. Does miss the putting down of that Pilot's Archive. Here we go. 2 oracles having a little bit of fun right there, forcing a reaction from CatZ, but with that spore crawler and those queens nearby are forced to go away. What are we eating at? Oh, we're eating away at that. We're going to get taken down in preparation of taking that gold base, or just having a little bit more mobility. Being able to flank your opponent. Always very good from a Zerg perspective, no matter pretty much who you play. And Storm this time. Last time, NonY didn't have the... Oh, scouts that completely. Didn't have the resources to dedicate to Storm. Did get those Templars, but had to... there we go. I had to get, morph those into Archons right away. Didn't get a chance to just storm the ever-living crap out of his opponent. Storm good against pretty much everything. Third. Scouts at 4th base. NonY not trying that trick, which was so good in the professional Korean game I watched recently. It was a finale of some sort where you put a stasis port there and just fucking... all of this gets trapped and so annoying. Is that... yeah, it was against the Zerg. Yep. I don't recall who it was, but oh man, it was just... was it Dark versus Stats or something like that? It was just so painful to watch. It's like, just put that... you know, put that spore crawler not here, but put it there, and then of course if you put it there, it can fly in over here and then kill all of this. So really not a solution, but yeah. Alright. Let's go over here. We've got a lot of High Templar and all of them can storm. And what do we have facing up against that? Not so much. We are getting some Banelings, but Speed Bane's not done yet and won't be for quite some time. Not for this That is a very odd force base to take. Not for disengagement, I do believe. And here we go. Oh, that is a wonderful storm. Very nice. There is no detection node. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, oh. I was going to say, you need 2 of these to kill Marines, but in order to go through all of those shields and all those hit points of these guys, you need a few more, and CatZ was doing that just now. Alright, please spread out, making sure that those storms don't hit quite as hard. Here we go. Oh, that was some lovely storm. Once again, I don't know how many storms he has left, but he does have a shit ton of storms. And there are the phases for it. If he just pulls those Zergs back into, there you go. Excellent. Mitigates that even further. And there goes the fourth phase. No, pulls his drones. Drones coming in there, never a good fight. We have a lot of queens coming in, and we have a lot of roaches, but those are a lot of stalkers. And NonY pushing his way through the Zerg, and GG. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this game 3 of the Group Stage 1 WCS Austin. This is a completely unofficial cast. I got these replays from Twitter. They were officially put out by Blizzard. Wait, were they put out by Blizzard? Oh shit. They were put out by Blizzard, right? Ah, well. Anyway, I'm not going to be monetizing this anyway, so if you're watching this, listening to me, then welcome. I'm assuming there's an official cast of these guys somewhere because it's CatZ versus NonY. But yeah, I'm just casting my way through WCS Austin because I, like many other people, don't live close to Austin or in that time zone, and I couldn't see bloody anything of this. So yeah, I didn't see any of this, and I didn't see any of the other thing. Game 1, we got to see CatZ doing some shenanigans and winning. In Game 2, we saw CatZ doing some shenanigans and not winning, and he's doing all of that against NonY. And this is, of course, CatZ. Hello, CatZ. How you doing? CatZ, very... I don't know. He used to be a very prolific streamer. I don't know if he's still a prolific streamer. He used to be a prolific streamer. Did lots of stuff. Lots of things. Not just StarCraft. Of course, he still does that. Also does Hearthstone and philosophy. Because, you know, StarCraft, philosophy. It's a combination made in ire. Previous 2 times we saw CatZ going for a hatchery in his opponent's base. This time can still do that. There's a lovely place here, and you know, if you're not scouting properly, if you're not exchanging probes, even here is good enough. But we'll see whether he decides to do that again. NonY not yet know where his opponent is. Nope. Just now sending out that probe. Going to the orange, by the way. And CatZ went for that second base over there. Very popular on this map and maps such as this. Get the creep connection right here. That means that this is an easily defendable space. Whereas if you take this base first, then by the time you get around to taking this one, the Protoss may be at your front door. You don't have the creep spread yet. You might get bottled up here, especially against Protoss. You get 2 force fields here, and there's your base. So this third base is very popular, or this very popular to take as a second base. Your in-base natural. This is the second. It's not a natural. It's a second. All right, that. The thing that I just said in words. That. NonY again gets his natural up without any problems whatsoever. And he hasn't scouted here, but he did see that probe leaving. So, drone leaving. So he should know what is going on. Going for the robotics facility here, and we've got a little bit of shenanigans going on here. An adapter who managed to kill at least 1 drone and is going to try and see the fact that there's nothing here. Can maybe deny this being built right there, and he should. That's oh, barely managed to get away. And Going to have to try and get away. Allows CatZ to, of course, counter this and reinstate that second base. But no, CatZ is very diligent about building spore crawlers with those damage drones. There we go. Okay, well that's certainly a place where you can put lots of gateways. Alright, well, that is a lot of investment. Even if we were to cancel that right now, that is quite the investment in minerals and even building time. So yeah, it's going to have to do something with this. So third base, and of course we have that war prism. What do we have to tie this up? Well, there's some Twilight Council. Maybe thinking about a massive depth sort of play. Actually have to get over there in order to deal with that. Yes, there we go. And now CatZ is entirely free to just build up a units in order to deal with whatever it is that's coming his way. Or of course you could be CatZ and try and keep your opponent in your in his own base. Oh, we have. No, we don't. We can't drop those in just yet. It does confirm the building of that third one. And of course, it may have been that this was for 2 base all in, and NonY being scouted, so like, alright, I'm gonna have to switch gears. And this, of course, lets CatZ grown up rather than, in fact, building all those units to defend something which isn't coming because there's a third base being built. Of course, something you can do at the same time if you're not a Zerg player. Right. So, 49 works to 45. Do we have a 4 jet? No. Third game, total number of forges so far, 0. NonY not of the upgrade kind, but oh, that's something else you can use this for. So if you're not going to build a proxy hatchery here, you can use it for a Nidus. Right now, in range of that mothership core, if you were to try and do that, it was very cute that one of the problems of having lots of army in your main base is that all your production is going to go to shit when this happens. But if all your production is here, then I guess that's not going to happen. So very smart play by NonY right there. And there we go. Alright, Mothership Core sees that right away and is going to try and get some defensive things right there. That is not a great place to work that in. Yep, there we go. And we have a thing. Alright, there we go. There's the first one. So far, nothing that can actually shoot these mothers of core, but alright, there's the first overcharge. And there is a complete army of NonY. Now, the major problem with that is he's stuck in his own building, so he can't actually do much of anything over there. There's another overcharge, and we go into the main mineral line. 4 drones have gone down so far. 5, 8, 9, 10. Please, bloody hell, I can't count that fast. There we go. Alright, slowly going to get cleaned up right there. But, of course, what do we do when that happens? Well, we go into third mineral line and just kill everything there. NonY not responding, even sending out new probes to the slaughter. Yes, he killed all of this, and yes, he has to deal with all of this, but your third is completely, utterly damaged. Even warping in here once again. Oh, does see all of those things involved in that third base. Oh, that third base. He's actually going to save it. He's not going to get killed. But we find ourselves back in pretty much what happened in the first game, where there was just no work for NonY to build anything with. Here we go with another. Oh, does this see it? Does this? Oh, no, you're too late. You're too late trying to build that. And here we go. Once again, lots and lots of Zerglings. These Zerglings can easily evacuate over here. Of course, there's nothing there. And here is another Nidus network in that third, on top of the overcharge. So don't expect very much to happen to it, but he is going to lose this right here. There, overcharge, my friend. Alright, there goes a natural, or yes, the natural. And there goes anytime we have a run by of lots of adept who are going to try and sort of equalize what's happening here, but there is a spawn caller right there. There are two queens, so yes, he's going to kill a couple of workers, but it's not going to be nearly as devastating as his opponents had been. And I might just put down another one right here, because why not? Yep. And so CatZ does. 18 workers, 47. Lots of low hit points here. That third base still there, but 65 army supply. There's a lot that NonY can work with here if he so chooses. He's going to try and not do so on top of spy crawlers. Here we go into the main base. Goes one more, and part of the army of CatZ is busy over there dealing with that stuff. NonY actually still includes that in his hotkey, making sure that he does actually pull that back with the rest of the army where he hadn't really meant to be that. It is force fielded. Very, very nice, keeping out all of that army of CatZ, and we should be able to completely wipe out that natural base, but at the same time, nothing is here yet to clean this up. And look at this Nidus worm. Oh yeah, if CatZ were to only just hold, not brutally murder, but just hold. Oh yeah, there you go. Here are a lot of stuff in there. There goes one overcharge. Try this one again if you don't have enough energy. There goes the mother of the core. Alright. Cleaning out everything outside of that natural, or outside of the main key bases. But CatZ did the exact opposite, cleaning out everything inside of the two main bases of NonY. Oh, he's putting in 2 drones so he can, you know, build something there if he so chooses. Does still have to deal with all of the army right here. And here we go, all the drones coming in, all of the roaches, all of the queens, all of them fighting together, transfusions going off. Let me see, what do you have left? Oh, very slowly, 50 LB supply for CatZ versus 51 of NonY, and NonY gets taken out 2-1. Congratulations, CatZ. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.